Hello everyone, Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for Thundercats Lost #1. This is a new book from Dynamite Comics. This is written by Ed Brisson, who I had the pleasure of speaking with last week in anticipation for this release. You can go check out the full interview. We go very deep into Thundercats Lost and how this fits into the larger world of the Thundercats. And then we also talk about some of his other work, whether it's with Dynamite or some of the other publishers that he's worked with in the past. Ed Brisson's worked on a lot of things. So it's a very, very fun, interesting conversation. At least I thought so. I had a really good time, and hopefully so did Ed, our guest. But let's keep talking about the creative team for this book. This is with art by Rafa Lobosco, Roshan Curiciani on colors. Apologies if I mispronounced that. And Jeff Eckelberry on letters with a really cool cover. The main cover is by Felipe Masafera. So there's this is a Dynamite book. Of course, there's a plethora of covers that you'll be able to see, and of course, this is a Thundercats book. You're gonna see a lot of covers because I feel like this is one of those assignments that a lot of these people maybe receive, and they're like, "I want to do a cover for that. I want to do a cover for that." Right? So let's talk about what is this book all about. After being shot down in the middle of a war zone, five Thundera warriors are fighting for their lives. Together, they face a horde of heavily armored soldiers, and the team's only hope is to somehow break through their lines and reach the wreckage of their ship. Such overwhelming odds will strain their abilities to the absolute limit, but even if Pumera, Linkso, Shen, Ligon, and their hammer wielding commander Bengali make it out alive, will they still be able to complete their mission? And even more important, who's this mysterious antagonist who is hunting them, and what is their connection to the Book of Omens? That's right. This is a really really cool idea. From what Ed Brisson told us in during the chat, this takes place at a different time from the main series, but it's all eventually kind of come together. It's all connected in a very Thundercats kind of way. Some of these are characters that already existed in the Thundercats lore, but a couple of these were made specifically for this book. So you don't want to miss out on some of these first appearances as well. I think speaking of that, Rafa Lobosco does such a good job just adapting the world of these Thundercats as they fight. They are in the fight of their lives, and you can really see that reflected in the art. All these characters have their own very specific personalities, and they are befallen by tragedy immediately in this issue. I won't go into any spoilers. I don't want to spoil anything, but you can see some of the art throughout the video as the previews kind of go on. But there's also some really fun interactions. There's a lot of really cool action because if Ed Brisson can do anything, is just give us a really cool, badass story, and that's exactly what you get in this one. These characters, because they are based on these 80s cartoons, they just go all out to the max. And I really appreciate that. I appreciate that they are not trying to change the tone or change the feel of this. It is just being adapted into the different world and the different media of comic books. But the book continues to be just as outrageous and bonkers as you would expect a Thundercats book to be. But of course, I feel like this matches very well with the main Thundercat series, at least as far as the tone. I am not caught up with the Thundercat series, but I did read the Apex one shot, which is also written by Brisson. And in the interview, we go into a little bit more of how that fits into his book and the main Thundercats book, and even the Chitara, whose collection is coming out this week as well. So make sure to grab that up if you are looking for more Thundercats. But yeah, I really enjoyed this book, and I really had a great time talking to the writer Ed Brisson here. So this leaves in a very fun kind of cliffhangery way with everything in chaos. So I'm very excited to get to the next one and figure out where we're gonna go from here. So I highly recommend you check out Thundercats Lost, especially if you're a fan of the old cartoons. Like this really feels like we're gonna make Thundercats for the same audience that was watching them back in the day, but also to include a new audience and bring more people into the world of Thundera and Third Earth, and then figure out the mystery of the Book of Omens here. So, if you picked up this book, let me know what cover did you pick up. Let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. As always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And stay tuned because we have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.